Hi everyone, Igor from AppButtons here with a new video for you about how to extend the life of your Jira automations. Jira limits you, and it's pretty pricey on your automations, and I run into this all the time, and every month it cuts me off, and I can't do more automations than it allows. So what we did is we created an app button. We could drop it on any Jira ticket and call a Zapier Zap and do whatever else we need. So here's an example. All the time on our project, that's AppButtons, we have a ticket and we want our designer to do some design. So as an example, we say, hey Diana, can you draw something? So what we did is we created a button. So here's an example. In our But project, we have a button called Design. It is a get hook because all we need to do is ping Zapier about it. The button type is secondary, that's okay. The action is our Zapier webhook URL that Zapier provides us. We'll look at it in a second. And the URL is a tab URL encoded because we're passing in a query string and we want to make sure that we encode all the spaces and the dashes and the slashes. And notice here that we only want to show it on pages that match but dash. So for example, when we're looking at a full page ticket, it's browse/but-113 in this case. And if we're looking on our board, it's all of this stuff, but somewhere in here, the selected issue is but-, same thing. So on these tickets, we see a button here that says design. When we're in this modal dialog, it's down here in the floater. And when it's full page, it's over here in the bottom. I dragged and dropped this here. I can drag and drop it up here. I can drag and drop it over here in the menu bar, or maybe over here at the top of details, but I want it down here. And the way that it works is very simple. We go into Zapier, and we have a very simple webhook here. All it does is it picks off a child key called URL. And you could see here that we can click it and we get this URL. Here's the catch hook, trigger, test, all good. Remember that when we get the URL, we can get the URL either in this format or in this format. But in either case, in that URL, we're going to have but, dash, and some number. So in our Zapier, we have a text formatter, which takes in the URL of the query string of our previous step, and it gets this pattern, which is but, dash, some number, more than one. This is a little complicated, but you can click on this helper here or reach out to our support and we will help you figure out the right regular expression. All of this is no, and we continue. And you could see here that if we click that button on either of those pages, we get the but 13 in our output. And what we want to do then is create a subtask in our AppButtons project called Create Designs. The parent is the ticket ID that we got from our URL. We could put in a description here for our designer. We could pick a version if we want to. For example, we could get the version of the parent ticket. And we can set an assignee. In this case, it's Diana because she's our designer. And we also want to select the reporter here. In this case, it's me. But for you, it's probably someone else. And we click Continue. And we publish it. And that's it. And so now, when we are on any ticket of this project, we have this design button. And when we click it, it calls our Zap and automatically creates a ticket for Diana. If we're on any other project and we look at this, there is no button because we have that filter. If we're on the board, let's refresh the board for a second. Here, the buttons down here. We already have this Create Designs button or ticket. But let's click this again. And what this will do is but 13. Create it again. That's it. More stuff soon.